Hi, I'm Mike Carlin. I play guitar.
I'm JT Woodruff. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Aaron Bucciarelli. I play drums.
I'm Matt Reinauer and I play bass.
And we're Hawthorne Heights, and you're watching Project Greenroom.
Alright, so here we are with Hawthorne Heights, New Jersey, School of Rock. You guys are no stranger to the School of Rock. You've been here many times. How does it feel to be back in New Jersey?
It's good. We usually have great shows in New Jersey, and that's why we keep coming back.
Okay. Now with this tour, you guys are hitting a lot of smaller venues. You guys played a garage last week in Pennsylvania, right? How does it feel to be real close to the kids, real intimate shows?
It's always a lot more fun. It's, you know, you see a bunch of kids out there and you can see them moving around, you can see them singing, you can see the way a live show impacts somebody. It's a lot more fun. Everybody can afford to go. You know, it's a cheap ticket. It's not like paying $75 to sit on a lawn, not be able to see somebody and hit play on a CD.
Right.
You know, it's like, it's a real show. It's a lot of fun.
Now, how'd you guys choose the lineup for this tour? Just friends, basically, or?
I mean, we always try to have a major hand in choosing who we go out with because we're the ones who have to hang out with them for 4, 5, 6 weeks. So we heard about the band Handguns and thought that they'd be a lot of fun, and our agent suggested After Midnight Project. We checked out Beer as well. So, you know, we're really stoked about the lineup. A lot of different bands, and I think that's one thing that makes the touring package pretty cool.
Now on this tour, you just brought them out yesterday. You have Skeletons on vinyl, a couple of different editions. Vinyl right now is something that's kind of coming back in the scene. A lot of bands are releasing it, and kids are picking it up. Is this something you guys feel like is really important to do now, to release vinyl?
I wouldn't say it's really important. I'd just say that it's fun and cool. You know, it's kind of a throwback approach. A couple of us collect records. You know, it's neat to have different colors and stuff like that. But I think the most important thing is it's another avenue to anything you can do to get people to actually look at artwork and to purchase music is beneficial to the music scene. To be honest with you, it doesn't really make sense why somebody wouldn't buy a CD but they'll buy a record.
Exactly.
You know, it should be about the music, but you know, it's cool. It's definitely a different approach.
Now with Skeletons, one of my favorite songs is the last song, Boy, which I hear is really personal. What's the song about? What's kind of the message behind the song?
That song's about kind of growing up in a family environment that's falling apart. You know, my parents got divorced when I was, you know, in 6th grade, and it had a huge impact on my life then, and you know, the person I've come to be. So you know, that's a really tough song, really tough subject, but you know, I thought it was cool to write something about it.
Now the album's been out since June of last year. You guys have had, like, you know, almost a year to tour off of it. How's the response been now it's been out and kids have, you know, had a few tours to digest the songs?
I think the response has been great. You know, when we went to Europe, for example, last fall, I think we were getting every bit as strong a response to the new material as many of the old songs, which was really encouraging. But even here, you know, we still get a really good response out of the new material.
It sounds like bringing you back, some competitive staples in the lives that kids going off on them just as much as...
Absolutely. I love those new songs, and they've embraced them just like our old stuff. Encouraging.
All you could ask for, really.
Exactly.
Awesome. Now with you guys, I read in the interview, you guys have stated you guys have only been a band since 2001, and you've already had a VH1, you know, behind the music scenes kind of career, you know, episode. You've gone through everything from labels to anything a band, just the music industry in general. What makes you guys still come out and tour and just still push through?
I think it's just because we have a lot of fun. You know, we're musicians. It's pretty much, you know, we've been doing it so long, it's really all we know how to do. And as long as you continue to have fun doing something, as long as you get along as friends and people, there's no reason to stop doing it. You know, you know, we'll quit playing and quit writing songs when it's no longer fun anymore, and when, you know, we just don't want to.
Not anytime soon, right? You guys are still.
We're still cool.
After this, do you have any plans to go demo new songs, write new songs at the studio? Or
Yeah, we're writing new songs right now. We just had a couple writing sessions before we left. Been working on some stuff while on the road, and when we get home, you know, we'll hit it hard again and just, you know, see what we can come up with.
And how's the relationship been with Wind Up, with the release of Skeletons until now? Still a strong relationship?
Yeah, it's still a strong relationship.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Cool. Now, one thing that's big about you guys is how you interact with your fans, both online and at show. You know, you guys actually write back to your fans on message boards, Facebook. A lot of bands don't do that. It's a bot, like, you know, just sending out tweets. And at shows, you guys are, you know, not hiding backstage. You're talking to your fans. Do you feel like that's something that's really important as a band to?
Well, I think, you know, our fans are the reason why we're here doing what we're doing, and have been fortunate enough to do what we do for the last, you know, 8 years or so. So there's no reason to seclude ourselves and isolate ourselves from them. We want to give back to them whenever possible. You know, when we're sitting in the van riding from show to show, there's not a lot to do, so jump on your phone and update your Facebook and your Twitter and respond to a few people. It helps pass the time, and people like it. So
yeah, I mean, it's all fun. It's all, you know, we wouldn't do anything that we didn't want to do. I think that, like, kind of the rock and roll persona is kind of bullshit anymore. I don't think that you can get away with, like, Mick Jagger's not around, you know what I mean? There's only one dude that can do that. I think that, you know, if you want to interact with people, if that's the kind of personality you have, that's exactly what you should do. There's not really any rules to being a musician or anything. That's the beauty of it. You know, if you want to respond to somebody, do it. If you don't. You know, we happen to like to do that, and we happen to get along with people, so try our best to communicate with our fans so they have a good time.
People come out to the shows. It's working, obviously.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You know, you make a personal connection with somebody that you would have never met otherwise, and it's because you wrote a song that they like. So, you know, it's great.
And also with you guys, you've had a long touring history. You've been out since 2001. You've been touring, you know, DIY tours to huge tours like the Warped Tour, Fall Out Boy Arena tours. What has been kind of some of the highlights of your career touring-wise?
You know, I think honestly on this tour, just a couple of weeks ago, when we played that garage, we had a show canceled literally within 24 hours. We were playing another show in a tiny room, and there was 125 people there, out of nowhere, in a tiny little town, York, Pennsylvania.
Right.
You know, and just going absolutely crazy. So the fact that we're still able to bring that many people out at a moment's notice and have one of the most fun shows we've ever had in our entire career is definitely a highlight.
And these shows, you feel like, you know, you guys have played huge shows, do you find these shows better, more interactive?
There's a lot of, no matter what, you know, we're live musicians playing shows, so it's all really fun. You know, it's definitely fun in different ways, but, you know, there's just something amazing about being able to look out and see the people moving around, hear them singing along, and interact with them. You know, at the bigger shows, that is something that you lose. You gain a lot more people. You know, there's a lot more people that can stand out there, but you can't really see them. You see a bunch of camera flashes and stuff like that, and it's not as personal. But, you know, you are playing to a larger audience, so that's cool in that respect. But nothing better than a couple hundred kids, you know, absolutely going crazy out there, just literally trying not to get hurt.
Right.
You know, a show where you're just trying to sing, and they're trying to sing and trying to get on stage, and everybody's just trying to have a good time without breaking their arm or something like that. You know, it's a lot of fun.
We were just talking to tour manager Poppy last night. He said in New York he was just basically side stage kneeling down, making sure kids.
Yeah, kids were going apeshit, and it was easily our most exciting New York show we've ever played. Because a lot of times you play major cities like that, people are just too cool. They just sit there, arms crossed, and don't really react. This time people were on stage the whole set, singing along, jumping off, hanging from the ceiling. It was wonderful.
It's a good old rock show.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, thanks for talking to the Aquarian guys, taking time out. We wish you the best luck on the rest of your tour. And we'll see you guys soon.
Great. Awesome, man. Thanks so much. Nice talking to you.
what did they play?